Today's question comes from John. What's the best way to achieve topspin on driver shots for maximum run? How can we make it roll as much as possible? My friends, a common misunderstanding. We are not trying to get topspin. I'll say it again. We are not trying to get topspin. Everyone knows that a slice spin will make it curve to the side. A hook spin will curve to the other side. Same with draw and fade, just less. And actually, we need to have enough backspin to keep the ball in the air. Many golfers I meet have too low lofts on their driver. So the ball is just falling out of the sky, it doesn't fly. And they have a very short flight. We need to keep it in the air a little bit longer. I will try to demonstrate, but we actually want some backspin. Because the spin, when the ball flies in the air, it keeps it going forward. That's when what you see when you see the tour pros, because their ball is not going this way and it's not going that way. Sometimes it is. If they hook it, the spin is too low, and that's why we call it duck hook. And I will try to hit one of those to show you how this is working. I'm still fairly fast, and I hit a lot up on the ball. It's the same thing. If I hit the ball very high, I start the ball very high, I don't need as much backspin. If I start it low, it's going to need a lot more backspin to actually get some kind of height, some kind of flight. Let's change the angle of the camera. I will try to, so we see the spin of the ball, and I will try to show you two different golf shots. One good, when we look at the spin numbers, and one really low spin. I'm not able to get overspin on it, because if I hit overspin, it will probably just hit the ground here, and the simulator won't understand what's happened. And the flight will be like 10 feet. But we'll try to hit one that's really low and bounces and rolls a lot. I'm going to try to hit a normal one first. I want the ball to start 15 to 17 degrees up. So I'm really trying to send it up in the air. So I can have low spin, because low spin is not only giving us flight, but it's also putting brakes on the golf ball. So the first one, try to just hit it normal golf swing, like I was playing golf. Pretty good height on it, carries around 300, and we're going to see all the numbers. Here we are. Launch angle, actually on the limits, 14.7. Backspin, 1,674. That's okay for me, because hitting it so much on the upswing, I still get a ball that flies in the air. And you can see, this is how it flies in the air. It's actually, it rolled 20 yards. So I have a good landing angle for roll. And that's what we're trying to get. And that's what you should look at when you hit your drives, or if you go to a custom fitting. Landing angle is so important. And with not as high ball speed, it's only 168, I can still hit it very far, because I'm just sending the ball up in the air, and low spin, there's no brakes on the ball. But now I'm going to show you one that's lower with less spin. Remember, 1,674. My goal is to get down to maybe 500-600. Now I need to de-loft the club, almost like I'm hitting a stinger ball with my driver. See, it's a lot lower, it rolls a lot further, still rolling, ends up being pretty far actually. Lower speed, this is nothing I normally do. Now, launch angle, 5.6. So it's not flying high at all. And the roll is 92 yards. Is this a shot I would hit on the golf course? Maybe if it's really windy and I know that the fairway is fairly hard. This is nothing I practice. But I will try to do one more with even lower. Let's try to do it with even lower spin, because the spin was almost 1200. And I was aiming for 500-600. But still, this is what we can do. And this is a feeling in my hand. Again, I always talk about my hands. If my hand is like this when I hit it, my club is actually aiming more down to the ground. I'm not trying to scoop it up in the air like I normally do. Let's do one more. See if we can get that spin down to 500-600. I'm still swinging from the inside. I'm still hitting up on the ball. I'm just trying to get the ball to almost like an overspin feeling. Oh yeah, that's the one. Do you see the flight? The flight was like 10 meters, 10 yards. Carry 11 yards. Okay, here we go. Ball launch angle, not even 1 degree. About the same speed as the last one. Ball speed. Spin, 600. It's not lifting at all. It's not enough to get the ball airborne at all. And you see it's just a straight line. It's bouncing around. So we're not trying to get overspin. We're trying to hit it up. I'm trying just like you would do if you had this ball. If you want to hit it as far as possible, you would not do this. It will go into the ground. Everyone, this is not I have this discussion like 10 times a year with people that actually think they should do overspin with the driver, and they have hook problems like crazy. So, doing this, trying to hit it as far as possible. Everyone, without thinking, are doing that. They're hitting the ball up. They're not hitting the ball trying to spin it down. Not even with a tennis racket. You hit a tennis ball, you hit a tennis ball to make it curve into the ground, but you're not trying to hit it as far as possible. If you try to hit it as far as possible, you would aim more for the sky. It's the same with everything. My friends, don't try to get overspin on your driver. Try to get a spin that is a good relationship with how fast you're swinging, how fast the ball is flying, and what angle it starts. That's how we do a custom fitting. We look at those three and see what we need. If you get the right landing angle, you still get a lot of roll.